Last time on Lost Judgment.
Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What? Really? So nice of you to stick around. Lamia-san.
What alternative was there to getting blood on my hands?
Sawa-sensei's death isn't on me.
Bullshit, it isn't.
By that logic, you may as well admit that Miko Shiba didn't kill Toshiro-kun. You can't have it both ways.
Kanagawa PD is conducting a search for the suspect, Yu Kitakata. Nearby
Why are they looking for
security cameras
Kuwana?
captured footage of
Shouldn't they be after Soma?
One has been spotted.
Where's he at?
Fukutokucho, in Koreatown, where the Komi Jewel hang out. The police are headed there now.
Oh.
Komi Jewel?
Greetings, my beautiful viewers. I am the Hunter of Comedy. Why didn't I pick that up? The hell? Oh, it's a dropped item. Oh, that's okay. That's weird. Either way, welcome back to Lost Judgment. Oh right, I forgot I got the boxing style last time. Oh yeah. I still need to do like the actual quest that goes along with it. But, like, I can't wait to actually, get to it, because that would be fun. Whoo! God, this style is so fun.
Really, guys?
Oh, I love it. Anyway, last time, we, still following up on the unfortunate murder of, Sawa-sensei. And we discovered that, unfortunately... Oh, boy. There we go. We discovered that Kuwana had been lying to us. He was actually the mastermind, in a way, behind, everything that's going on. Oh, shit! Oh, damn, this guy's pissed. There we go. Oh, maybe. There we go. Whew, okay, that guy was tougher than I thought.
And stay down.
Indeed. Anyway, we theorized that someone higher up probably accepted a job from, probably accepted Kuwana's offer to avenge their son, more than likely the new Ministry of Health's leader, who is a lady. And, yeah, the sad bit is that, Kuwana has been taking revenge on bullies for a very long time now. And sadly, like, he's been manipulating people into doing it for so long that basically he just believes he's on some kind of righteous quest to murder bullies. Problem is, he's finally pissed off the wrong people. And, well, not really pissed off. Like I said, I think it has something to do, well, we've kind of concluded that someone higher is pulling the scenes because now they suspect him of being the one who killed Sawa-sensei instead of Soma, who actually did it, that son of a bitch. I want to murder him. Anyway, we're going to the Komi Jewel. There we go. Oopsie. And, we're gonna... hopefully find him, because apparently he was spotted in town. We got that information from Detective Watanabe, or Nabe-san. It's taken me a while, but I'm finally really getting used to combat and everything, in all the different styles, especially the crane style. Oh shit! That guy's got a fucking gun! But yeah, with the crane style, you gotta make sure to dodge the attack so that you attack a lot faster. Doesn't last forever, but it does last a good enough time to be able to fuck up someone's day. Woo!
And stay down.
Alright, plus you get a good deal of experience for it, too. What? What? The fight just stopped! Like, I don't know why it just stopped. Did they think I was running away or something? I think they must have. Wow. Yeah, because like I charged over to this guy shooting at me, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, he's running away, and I'm just like, what? No, I'm not. I'm right here. Damn, that was weird. Oh.
Yagami-shi, it's me. I have an update for you. It seems Kuwana has been spotted in Ichincho.
Yeah, in Komijul, right? I'm headed there now.
Ah, fastidious as ever. But the police have already started blocking off Komijul.
Already?
They're probably going to surround the area and gradually close in on Kuwana-san. What's your plan, Yagami-shi?
I don't know.
Public security is probably behind that. And according to Nabe-san, once they capture Kuwana, he'll end up in an accident.
An accident?
Long story short, I need to find Kuwana before the cops do. Can you navigate me to him?
I most certainly can. For now, just keep heading toward Komijul. In the meantime, I'll be monitoring the surrounding area. Oh, and I'll dispatch Sugiura-shi.
Appreciate that, Tsukumo.
All right. As much as this son of a bitch, you know, deserves to get taken down a peg, like, we need Kuwana if we're gonna take down, you know, whoever's behind him and everything.
This is Tsukumo. Yagami-shi, please come in.
Hey, I think I'm in front of Komijul.
Indeed you are. I can see you from the drone.
Then you'll notice the cops block the road. Any way I can get in there?
Not to worry. I've already looked into an infiltration route.
Alrighty.
Right, let's go. Way to go. So, what should I do?
Can you see the white car that's parked in front of the barricade?
Yeah, I can.
There's a really small gap on the side of the car. You should be able to fit through it. It'll be a tight squeeze, I'm sure, but I have no doubt in your agility, Yagami-shi.
Yeah, but what happens if I get spotted?
You can leave that part to me.
I see him over there. That was in Japanese for some reason. Nice, Tsukumo. Now's my chance. Don't know why they didn't dub that. Oh well. I am not here. I am not suspicious. Aha! Huh.
Tsukumo, where should I go from here?
Komijul proper seems to be located behind those construction fences. There's one door in the fence, so that's your best bet.
Tsukumo, could I get a hand?
Just leave it to me.
Haha!
Okay, that makes sense.
Nice! We made it! Made it without getting busted. So this is Komijul. Kuwana should be in here somewhere.
Tsukumo, keep navigating for me. And let me know as soon as you find Kuwana. Huh? It's weird. Hello?
Great. Technical difficulties now? Guess I'll have to make my own way there. Ah, no. I think it's the Gomi Jewel. The Gomi Jewel won't let him do it. And I remember this from Yakuza 7, so I know where to go.
Kitakata-sensei! Show yourself! Come on, get your ass out here!
Relax with the yelling, will you? You're giving away our location.
How am I supposed to relax? This shit's intense!
Shh, shh, shh.
Sugiura?
Didn't Tsukumo-kun tell you I was on my way?
Yeah, suppose he did.
Yagami-san, all these guys are RK.
Does that mean RK beat the police to Kuwana?
No, not exactly. I just saw some cops let RK guys through.
Oh, God.
But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Not really.
No, that was no mistake. Some cops are working with RK.
But why?
Someone in authority on the force is trying to get rid of Kuwana. So they want him to have an accident.
What? That's off the scale insane.
Yeah.
Insane or not, I need to get to Kuwana before RK or the cops do. You know where he is?
I don't. Come to think of it, why would Kuwana-san come to Komicho? Does he know someone here?
Good question. Let's just focus on reaching the top of this place for now. Aren't there people from Komicho here? It can't be all RK. Maybe we can ask them where Kuwana is.
Worth a shot. As long as we don't give ourselves away.
I am forced to move at this speed. I cannot move faster.
That looks like a lot of RK muscle to me, Yagami-san.
Yeah, but if that many are out searching, the silver lining is that they don't have a lead on Kuwana.
True. We'll just have to stay one step ahead of them then. I don't see anywhere else we can go. So let's go up those stairs.
Yep. Let's do it.
Looks like this is the highest we can go.
Yagami-san, we've got RK coming in from below too.
Let's find another route on this floor. What the? Suspicious.
Here we go. Okay, but I should be able to jump over to that side. See how I can get past here. Ah! Parkour time! Maybe I can go up higher if I go this way.
Yeah, we should be able to get up from here. Yeah. There we go.
Damn, he is a pro!
Damn, wish I was that nimble.
I'll take the same route as Sugiri. Taking the same route as Sugiri is going to be tough. I'll have to make my way up somehow. There we go. Here we go. And what? Easy peasy. And here we go. Oh, wait, why don't I just climb up there? Why do I have to go over here? Seems like this would be harder to get, but oh well.
Good work, Yagami-san.
Yo, you guys are Comey Jewel, aren't you?
Huh?
Komichu? Us?
What's going on here, man? This place is empty. Lead the way, would you?
Yagami-san, they seem like RK.
I'd rather not have to bullshit them.
So, take them down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! Don't worry, Sugiura, I got you, man! Ow! Oh no! My face! Got him! Woo! Oh, seeing that in slow motion was badass.
Yagami-san, looks like the top floor is up ahead. There's a room on this side too, though. Might be worth checking out.
I think they just came from there, which means that I think the top floor would be better.
I wish we'd had some sign of Kuwana-san, but maybe we'll still get lucky? Are you ready to go, Yagami-san?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, I remember this place. This is actually where we fought Kiryu.
Where is this fucking guy? This shit's taking forever. Yeah, it's not like anyone else is here. You think the cops got it wrong? Then what do? Keep looking? Is there a fucking point?
Seems like Kuwana-san's giving them the slip. What's the plan now?
Let's find out what RK's gonna do when they catch Kuwana. Are they planning to kill him themselves?
What, you gonna just stroll up and ask them?
Well, I only count 4 of them. So 2 each. Piece of cake.
I guess.
Okay, let's go. Hello, gentlemen. Got a couple questions for you.
Huh? Who the hell are you two? You with the Comey Jewel?
Wow, they don't even recognize you, Yagami-san?
Well, that's kind of sad.
What's going on here?
Huh?
Yagami-san? I don't think it's just 2 each anymore.
Yagami? Hey, that's the detective from Kamurocho.
A detective?
Just get him! They're with Kitakata!
Fuck yeah. Let's get it started. Hope you're ready to die.
I've been waiting for this shit.
Well, shit. Oh, that guy's got a gun! Take out the gunman first! Classic rules of combat. Man with gun goes down first. Always take them down first. Ow. Wah! Ow. Woo! Yeah! Slide into them DMs! Ha! Woo! Shit! Oh yeah! Last second dodge for the win! Hell to the yeah! You're not gonna enjoy yourself this time, asshole! Stay down! I said, stay down! Asshole. Don't get so mad. Woo! Defeat the RK members.
That all you got? I thought there were more of you guys.
Let's not jinx it, man.
You guys came looking for Kuwana, right? What were you gonna do to him?
We were just told to catch him. Not sure what comes after that.
You sure the plan wasn't to kill him?
I said I don't know.
Who gave the order here? Soma?
It was Akusa-san. Probably on Soma-san's orders, though.
Hey, Yagami-san?
There's the real Gomi Jewel.
Hey, how come Ijincho has so many creepy masks?
I was just gonna ask you.
Kuwana's not here.
Huh?
That intel was fake. We were the ones who put it out.
Oh.
You live here? Then you must be Komicho.
Normally, it's us hiring the handyman. But this time, it was Kuwana asking the favor.
Huh? To put out false information?
Yes. He said he wanted to see what kind of enemy he was dealing with, and how they'd respond to an eyewitness report. Seeing as how easy police info made its way to these thugs, I'd say he was wise to use caution. Were he any closer, he would have been ensnared by now.
So Kuwana's nearby, watching everything unfold as we speak? He's really in Ijincho then?
We'll have to clear the room to discuss that.
Hey, why are you looking at me?
Sorry.
As you said, Kuwana's returned to Ijincho. There are benefits to being here that only he can exploit.
Where's he hiding out?
Under the protection of Tesso from the Yokohama Ryomon. But you're cleared to see him. We already took care of that.
Kuwana actually said he'd meet us?
Come on. There's a way through the cops don't know. You can get out to the city from there.
Yeah!
That'd be helpful, thanks.
Guess you're not so bad after all.
Bear in mind, you may not leave alive if you come back. You were never welcome here.
And never mind.
I'm guessing the Komi Jewels still allow themselves to be quote-unquote based out of there, even though they've fused with the Yokohama Ryomon. That way, like, the Eugene 3 still technically exists, so people will continue to not try to fuck with them. Because they saw what happens if you try to fuck with them in Yakuza 7. You know, the governor tried to take them down, and they couldn't because of Ichiban. Oh, whoopsie. I almost skipped that shit.
So, where do we find Kuwana-san?
All right, the secret way in through the restaurant, I remember.
I'm sure the Ryomon will lead us to him. Just so happens I've got a brother there named Tesso.
Oh, what?
Now let's get there before Kuwana changes his mind.
Right. Let's mosey. Let's see. Oh, we're really close to it too. Nice.
So, you Yagami Yaniki? Tesso-san told me to let you in.
Yagami Aniki?
Will you be coming inside?
This means Kuwana's back there. Maybe I should prep before going in. Well, I already did. I just healed
Sure.
up, so.
Let me pass.
This way, please.
Wow.
Bro, hey man. Welcome back, friends.
Tesso Aniki? Do I have to call you that?
Take a seat. And you too, buddy.
This'll be fun.
And which of your names should we be using for you now? Kuwana? Or do you prefer Kitakata-sensei?
Kitakata's a name that's been all but murdered by society. In Ijincho, I'm just a merry old handyman Kuwana-san.
If you ask the cops, you're the murder suspect Kitakata. After killing Sawa-sensei, you fled the scene. At least, that's the story the police top brass are passing down through the ranks. Now, why would they say something like that about you?
Yeah.
Calm down, Yagami. How come you never relax?
So Kuwana hired you guys from the start, and you pretended to not know each other in front of me? If that's the case, you really went all out for me.
Didn't I tell you? The Liumang accepts anonymous requests too. Tesso didn't know I was the one who hired him. I suppose there's no point in hiding that now.
That's just how it is. Nothing to get mad over, bro.
You really aren't hiding anything? Did you tell him all you've done?
He's a former high school teacher who's going around killing bullies. Can't be much more to hide than that. Do you need any more convincing?
Honestly, I'm at a loss. I worked my ass off to get where you are.
And I'm still trying to untangle the mess you've made of it. You've got my student helpers by the throats. So I'm really backed into a corner here.
You mean the graduates from Kurokawa Academy? Like Mamiya-san?
Very good, Sugiura-kun. So how about it? No reason for us to doubt each other's intentions, right? All the secrets are out in the open now.
Fine. Then I'm gonna light up.
You were just over at Komijul, weren't you? RK was looking for me there. The police even lent them a hand.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm even more confused. I give up. Who in the world could be after me? Who has influence over both RK and the police?
I'm really surprised he hasn't figured it out yet.
Care to venture a guess?
They'd be the uneducated guesses of a handyman. You got any bright ideas yourself, Master Detective?
I haven't confirmed it for sure yet, but I have a pretty good theory for you.
Oh? Who?
I just heard this from Detective Watanabe. Looking for Kuwana are public security.
The Public Security Division. That's what a detective from Kanagawa PD said. According to them, you're the prime suspect in Sawa-sensei's murder. That's why Kanagawa PD was told to lay off RK. Any trace of RK in the footage near Sawa-sensei's place is gone. Likely public security's work. And with that kind of backing, it's understandable why RK is so confident.
Yo, hold up again. Why is public security after Kuwana in the first place?
Why is public security after Kuwana? The likelihood of a specific individual.
Public security is probably working for Reiko Kusamoto, Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health.
What?
Kuwana, you had your students kidnap Shinya Kawai, right? 5 years ago in Kamurocho? Kawai bullied Reiko Kusamoto's son, Mitsuru-kun. That painted a target on his back for you. But before you took Kawai out, you approached Reiko Kusamoto with your revenge offer, didn't you? Ahara told us that. Before taking revenge on a bully, you'd approach the family about it first. Did you make the same offer to Reiko Kusamoto?
What if I did?
She's the Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. She's pretty popular. She's even cleaning up her predecessor's mess. If it were to surface that she agreed to a revenge killing, they'd have yet another massive scandal on their hands. And if you get to go down in cuffs instead of a body bag, that detail may just come out. Before that can happen, Reiko Kusamoto plans to
Have me silenced and use public security to do it.
Exactly. Except public security can't just go after you, so they subcontracted RK to do the dirty work. That would explain why public security is trying to cover for RK.
I see. Well, the logic starts off soundly enough.
Something wrong with it?
Unfortunately, yes. Something does stick out.
And what's that?
I did, in fact, approach Kusamoto-san 5 years ago about taking revenge on Shinya Kawai. And just as you said, I used Mamiya-kun and the others to kidnap Kawai.
And?
From that point on, Kusumoto-san knew I was directing Mamiya-kun and the others. She'd seen their faces, knew their identities, everything. So, if Kusumoto-san wanted to go after me, Mamiya-kun and the others would be first on the list. But the fact is, public security hasn't laid a finger on them, even now. Which means Kusumoto-san isn't the one giving them orders.
Oh. So if Reiko Kusumoto was giving orders to public security, she could have gotten to Kuwana much quicker.
Sure, that makes some sense.
Hey, so sorry if this is off topic, but what was Kusumoto-san doing when Shinya Kawai was killed 5 years back?
She was standing right there with me. Afterwards, she took 3 days of PTO, and that was a first for her.
Why?
Shinya Kawai died at the hands of Kusumoto-san. She drove the knife into his chest personally. She took it slow, making sure he suffered the whole time. Just like Akihiro Ehara, she avenged her son with her own 2 hands. I admire her.
She committed murder!
She killed Kawai herself?
The current Vice Minister of Health committed murder? That's true. She's had to keep that hidden a long time.
Afterward, she told me she'd never wash the smell of his blood off her hands.
Damn, man.
I was the only one who knew that, by the way. The others have no idea. On that day 5 years ago, I sent them straight home after they brought me Kawai. And I was the only one with Kusumoto-san when she killed him.
This sounds way too crazy to be real.
Even so, the fact is, Kusumoto-san hasn't betrayed me. Besides, I doubt the Vice Minister is powerful enough to order public security around.
Then who is giving them their orders?
Well, I'd say your theory's on the right track. I'm sure public security contracted RK. It lines up with what's happened so far. I imagine they're so persistent because they know I can be used against Kusumoto-san.
Either way, whoever's pulling the strings is someone who'll benefit from your capture. So if it isn't Reiko Kusumoto, maybe it's one of her enemies?
An enemy?
Yeah, like someone within the Ministry of Health. Or maybe even some kind of political rival. Nothing would be more valuable to them than dirt on Kusumoto, right? They're probably trying to take her down. Or they could threaten and manipulate her as they see fit. Is that why public security has been taking action? If they wanted to take her down, they could have had the police investigate her fair and square.
Whoever's behind RK and public security must be an enemy of Reiko Kusumoto. That seems to be the logical train of thought.
Right. Kusumoto-san can walk away from the Ministry of Health anytime she wants. Plus, she has the public's support, especially with the younger crowds. All just more reasons for her to have enemies.
I read some article about how even the Prime Minister has a hard time with her. Like, she'll get up in his face every time he signs an order. Dumbass loses so many arguments, he practically works for her now.
So the Prime Minister's trying to find some dirt on Reiko Kusumoto?
He's just an example. Weren't you listening when we said Kusumoto-san has lots of enemies in her position?
Hey, don't be a dick.
Ah!
So whoever
I really like Tesso. I just have to say that. I like Tesso. He's cool.
behind this may have been looking for a weakness in Kusumoto-san for a while. They must have got their start after realizing Ehara's case was really about getting revenge on a bully. That puts Ehara and Reiko Kusumoto in the same boat, being that their only sons were bullying victims. And if they discovered that Kawai also vanished 5 years ago...
Regardless, that wouldn't account for the rest of the incidents where a bully ended up dead. You'd know. You're the one going up and down the whole country killing them off, aren't you? Kawai makes number 7.
7? Damn, man.
It wouldn't take much to connect the dots. It'd lead straight to her. Reiko Kusumoto. Then they'd know that she was among the victims who got her revenge.
Yeah. And then, to Ehara's case. The link between him and Kusumoto is clear as day now if you know what you're looking for. That link is Sawa-sensei. It took me a while, but I connected the two cases together myself. It was RK. She never should have even been on their radar. In fact, they traced your name from her. Sawa-sensei knew. She suspected you were involved with the Mikoshiba murder in one way or another, right? You don't care. You see your killing spree on these former bullies like you're doing the country a service. In your eyes, this is vengeance. Actually, no. You'd call it justice, wouldn't you? Except... Sawa-sensei wouldn't have died if it was.
That was never my intent. She shouldn't have died.
No. You don't get to just brush her off like that. Like an afterthought.
Yeah.
You had to have known you'd go down for this eventually. And you're fine if all your old students like Yui Mamiya go down with you. By then, why would you look back at your trail of blood? Why would you clean up all your carnage? It's not your problem, right? You move forward with one purpose. Send as many bullies to hell as you can. Beyond that, you don't give a shit what happens. Sawa-sensei died in tears. You didn't see what I saw. The fear she must have felt was still frozen on her face. You, Ihara, Reiko Kusamoto, you're all murderers. And so far, all of you have gotten away with it. So why did Yoko Sawa end up having to pay the price? Tell me, will you even be able to look her in the eye when you die?
I doubt it. That's gonna follow me well into the afterlife. So what now, then? March to the cops and turn myself in?
You should. If you don't do exactly that, no one will know why she had to die, and that'll be the end of her story. Everyone will keep on dancing around her death, even though she was completely innocent. Just like the cops are doing.
Afraid I can't do that. If I turn myself in now, there's only one thing that happens. Public security takes me out. And worse, Reiko Kusamoto would be compromised. And that, I will never allow to happen. Of all the people involved in this, she deserves to walk free. Her revenge was justified.
No, it's not. God damn it. God, it's so infuriating. I'm not saying I don't understand. I'm not saying I don't understand why they do it, but that doesn't make it right.
You think so?
All she did was scrape off the scum of the earth that pushed her only son into an attempted suicide. She didn't sit around crying about a legal miscarriage. She took justice into her own hands. No one has any right to indict her for that. So don't go there. Nobody lays a finger on her.
Hey, skinny ginger kid. Looks like this is gonna turn into a little more than a chat.
Good thinking.
Ah.
So is your plan to kill me too? Anyone who interferes with your justice, we all get added to your body count, don't we?
The punishment fits the crime. You're just blind. If you can't see that, then you can go to hell! Stay out of my way!
Alright, Kuwana. Bring it. Woo! Ha ha ha! Weren't expecting that, were ya, asshole? Ooh, wow, he threw me. Oh! He's got a similar thing to the snake style.
Come get some!
Here we go.
This boxing style is actually working on him. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. He fucked me up. Oh, man. Oh, yeah! That certainly worked. Here we go! Oh, shit! Ah, damn it. Kuwana is a son of a bitch, man.
Stay out of my way.
There we go! Now that I powered up the tiger style, so... Yes! Fuck you! Throwing me to the ground ain't gonna help you, asshole! Almost got him. Let's do this. There we go. Don't be so stiff. They're just watching.
How long has this been going now?
I lost track.
Call it?
Nah. They're gonna tire out eventually.
No, they'll tire out eventually.
Beating the shit out of each other is the way some people communicate.
I can see that.
I can see that!
There we go. Now let's stop them.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Haven't you had enough yet?
What?
You think it's time to give it a rest?
Hell no. Stay out of our way.
You're not looking so hot.
You got lucky I stopped when I did, you know. I had a move lined up with your name on it. You're the one who got lucky as far as I'm concerned. I was about to kick your ass.
What a fucking mess, guys.
Yeah. Is that Joe? It's Joe! What up, Joe?
Hey, both of you, eat. Your food's getting cold.
One of our higher-ups cooked this himself. Won't look good if there's any left.
Dude.
Not a problem. This stuff's great.
I love Zhao!
Delicious! Man, this is the good stuff.
So that means Reiko Kusamoto could be being targeted by public security.
Right. It's possible part of the police wants to catch me as leverage against Kusamoto-san on public security orders. But that's only if public security really is behind this. You're the one who said you got that info from a cop.
Well, someone up top's been putting pressure on the investigation. That much is clear. But no matter how you slice it, the fact that you're enemy number one while RK roams free is absurd. Unfortunately, all I got out of that cop was that public security itself is who we're up against.
Public security is Japan's top intelligence agency. If they're after you, there's no escape.
Agreed.
And I guess now's a good time to make a suggestion.
Huh?
Tell me, who benefits the most from you two fighting? Huh? That'd be public security. The more you drag each other down, the easier they'll be able to get the jump on you. By the time you notice, it's too late. They've got you. And that's exactly what they'd want, right? But what if you two work together? You watch each other's backs and act before RK and public security do.
Ah!
You might even be able to find out who's pulling the strings.
Huh. Yeah. For two enemies to join forces, there needs to be an even greater threat to fight.
Sure. I'm on board with that.
Fine, but this is only temporary. Once we finish with public security, I'm gonna make sure you answer for what you've done.
Okay. Then where do we start? Should we just storm public security at this point?
No. First, we need to confirm public security is really the enemy we're after.
Right. We'll make our move after that.
We have the element of surprise. They have no idea we're working together.
Then we'll use it to our advantage and outsmart them.
Aw, look at the boys playing nice.
Dude, I love Tetsuo. I need to find out who his voice actor is.
If public security's trying to find some leverage against Kusamoto-san, they'll likely be listening in on her. They're the experts in wiretapping and espionage, after all. We just need a quick confirmation.
How?
We'll just give her a call.
Right here?
Yes. That way, her enemy will trace the call and pinpoint our location. And public security is the only one in Japan who can pull that off, so we'll know right away if it's them.
Good thinking.
Yeah. Wait, hold up! You saying if you call up Reiko Kusamoto, then the bad guys will start pouring in? Can we maybe not do that here?
Actually, that might just work in our favor.
Huh? Bro, why are you talking crazy?
Yagami-san, you sure about getting on bro terms without Kaito-san? Wouldn't that bum him out?
Whoa. This is amazing. What is this?
Good shit, huh? You've got good taste, bro. I knew you of all people would notice the difference.
Kuwana, when was the last time you spoke to Reiko Kusamoto?
5 years ago, on the night she killed Kawai. We arranged it, so we'd never contact each other after that.
So
I have to say something real quick, because I just found out Tesso's voiced by Sungwon Cho, the guy who is like Pro ZD on YouTube, who I've been a big fan of for a long time. His voice sound is so familiar, but I know who it was. This is so fucking cool. I love this guy. He's a very talented, like, not only is he a talented content creator, he's a talented YouTuber. That's the same thing. I'm sorry. I meant he's a talented voice actor. He is amazing.
Her number then?
If it hasn't changed.
What is it then? I have an idea.
What?
We're gonna set a trap to find out if we really are up against public security. If they trace the call and they send people for us, then we know for sure it's them. That's why we're gonna call Reiko Kusamoto using a location that doesn't exist at all.
How's that work?
We'll use 2 phones that can't be traced back to us, and we'll relay your voice. Obviously you won't be wherever we do this from. Best to do this someplace with no one around. Once we see who they send in, mission accomplished.
Wait, What's happening?
Don't worry, I got it. You'll catch up, Sugiura-kun.
First, we need to know our enemy. I'll have Tsukumo prep us some burner phones.
Which means a truce for the time being?
Only while you're here. Gotta keep things civil for my brother.
Man, Zhao San's cooking makes even the suckiest situations not suck.
It's true.
Cheers to that.
Oh, Zhao! Oh. He's more than likely, I hope he's still a part of Ichiban's party, you know?
Hey, so Tsukumo-kun's already got the phones ready. They're burners that can't be traced back to us.
2 of them, right?
Just like you asked for.
Nicely done, Yokohama 99. You'll work quick.
Okay, time to go see Tsukumo.
Just the 2 I've been waiting for. Excellent work, by the way.
Hey, got those burner phones ready?
Of course I do. Who do you think I am?
I still don't fully get what's going on. Yagami-san, what are we gonna do with these?
Okay, I'll break it down. First, we call Kuwana on one phone. Let's say this one here. Then we use this other phone to call Reiko Kusamoto, using them that way. The phones won't be connected to each other, but their voices will be relayed so they can talk normally.
Oh, okay. And then?
If public security finds out Reiko Kusamoto's talking to Kuwana, they'll trace the call without actually finding him. And we can see exactly who they send without risk of being seen ourselves.
I think I'm getting it.
Surely you don't intend to do that here, do you? That would put a beacon on us for Kuwana-san's enemies.
Yeah, we'll do it somewhere remote. We need a place where nobody would raise an eyebrow at an army of public security boys. And it's gotta have a good vantage point.
There's a building under construction not far from here. It's late, so no one should be around that may get involved unintentionally.
Where is it?
It's right near Seirio High. There's a crane by the river, too. You'll know when you see it.
Okay, you two stay put. I should be able to handle this alone.
You sure about that?
Let me at least put out a drone, Yagami-shi, even if it isn't much. I'll use it to capture the faces of Kuwana-san's pursuers.
Nice.
That'd be good.
Let's see. Oh, it's a bit of a distance from me. All right, here we are.
This must be the construction site Tsukumo was talking about.
This is Tsukumo. Yagami-shi, I've confirmed your position.
Yeah, I think I can spot whoever comes close from here. I'm gonna call Kuwana on the burner now.
Understood. It's Kuwana.
You ready? I'm about to call Reiko Kusamoto. Once you're connected, you take it from there.
It's been 5 years since I last spoke to her.
Yeah. Can't imagine this won't be awkward.
I know. Okay, do it.
Reiko Kusamoto, Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health.
Yes, hello?
This is Kitakata, from Kurakawa Academy.
What?
You'll have to forgive me for this, but the position I'm in required me to reach out to you. I would never have done this otherwise. I should also note, there's a high probability this phone call is being tapped.
I see. Very well, then.
It's been 13 years, Kusumoto-san.
So it has.
Kitakata-sensei. I've read about your accomplishments. To think you'd become a vice minister.
You never really know how things are going to work out.
But that's not true at all, Kusumoto-san. You were always destined to move up in the world. I've got to be honest with you. A woman as virtuous and as capable as you deserves the world and then some.
But how is Mitsuru-kun?
I'm afraid he's still asleep. Nothing's changed.
I see. I wish I had the words.
What is it you wanted?
If you've been watching the news, you probably already heard. I've become a prime suspect for a crime. They think I murdered Yokosawa in her apartment.
I've heard.
Obviously, it wasn't me who killed her, of course. Do you happen to remember Sawa-kun by any chance?
The girl from your class. She was the only one of those students who ever came to visit Mitsuru. But even then, that's been at least 10 years now. I got a letter from her once. She wanted to tell me she'd become a teacher. But I never did reply. And that was the last I'd heard from her.
I see.
So back to my question. What do you want?
I hope you weren't planning to ask me for a favor. I'm afraid the answer would be no.
No, it's not that. It's just... I wanted to let you know that at some point, someone may come to you to ask a few questions about me. I thought I should give you a heads up. I'll make every effort to ensure they won't cause any trouble for you, Kusumoto-san. I'm sorry about this. I'll try to handle it from my side.
So in your opinion, then, do you believe anything related to you could cause me any trouble?
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll be just fine.
We're almost to the signal. Kill the headlights.
2 cars inbound. Looks like we were right on the money. This proves Reiko Kusumoto's phone is compromised. And if there's one organization capable of tracing a call and moving on it, it's gotta be public security on the hunt for Kuwana.
Public security is really coming straight to you by car?
No. There's no way they could mobilize their people that quickly. My guess, it's gotta be the prefectural police that they've got in their pocket. Or it's just RK.
I will say it's been great to hear your voice again. But this should be the last time you ever hear from me. I'll try my best.
I understand. Goodbye.
Hey, look. It's a drone. It has a phone attached to it. Shoot it! Shoot it down!
You sure?
Just take it down! Hurry it up! Hey! What the fuck are you aiming at?
I can't hit it! It's too small! Shit!
Damn, dude. How the hell are we supposed to chase down a drone? And where the fuck is this Kuwana guy?
Who knows, man? They called us in to catch this shithead, but how the hell are we supposed to do that? It's fucked up. Do we look like spec ops?
Yeah, right. But at least you gotta shoot that thing.
This is my second time, actually. I took a few shots at some kids in a park. I aimed at the ground and sent those little shits running for their lives.
We're done here. Pack it in.
That's 6 punks and only 1 gun between you by my count.
Who the fuck are you?
It was you guys in charge. I'm sure Kuwana would have had this whole thing solved a long time ago. Well, then again, I suppose I do have to give you credit for how fast you made it here.
That was my gun, asshole!
Who's the one giving the orders? You may as well just level with me. You guys are RK's bottom rung, right?
It sounds like you must know Kuwana. Well, I guess we're not gonna be leaving here empty-handed after all.
Oh no, you are.
Come on! We're taking this guy in, boys! Fuck him up!
Don't even, he says.
Let's play it by ear.
Woo! Haha! Oh, yeah! They're not even trying to fight me! How sad. Come on, buddy. At least put up a better fight, huh? Hey, there we go! Well, that was easy.
Who sent you here?
The order came from the head honchos in RK.
You mean Soma?
Not that high up. It was one of the bosses. There's a bunch of them.
What did they tell you to do once you found Kuwana?
They just said to catch him. Well, they also made it very clear not to kill him. Like we'd pull the trigger. We never even heard what our cut was.
Just another useless grunt. Tell me, gentlemen, how would you feel if you found out you were just pawns in public security's game?
We're playing what game now?
I suggest you quit RK while you can. Go tell your buddies, get them out too. Otherwise, they'll keep you in the dark, use you and toss you aside. And then, you'll end up in a ditch there's no crawling out of.
Yes?
Pardon me. You would be Reiko Kusumoto, correct?
Sir, it's a little late for this. And how'd you get in here in the first place? I've expressly forbid having visitors.
Come now. I'm a coordinator with the National Police Bureau, but I'm sure you're familiar with my Division of Public Security. Bondo is my name, ma'am.
Are you now? Well, I'm afraid coordinator is rather vague.
I have a more public-facing title as well, of course. But I'm trying to be discreet here, so let's not get bogged down with minor details. It's in our best interests. I'm afraid that won't help. I've already seen to that.
What is this?
There's a question I need answered with some urgency, Kusumoto-san. It concerns the disappearance of a certain individual.
Huh.
About 5 years ago, a man vanished off the streets of Kamurocho. I'm sure you'll recognize him. A former classmate of Mitsuru-kun here, Shinya Kawai. I believe there are things you might know. I can say that with some level of certainty, as a matter of fact.
Damn. Undercover, huh? That's the next chapter.
A shadow looms over Yagami and Kuwana. Japan's National Intelligence Agency, Public Security, fixes its gaze on Reiko Kusumoto of the Ministry of Health. 5 years ago, Kuwana prompted her to take revenge on Shinya Kawai for pushing her son to the brink. Secrets can only lie dormant so long, and upon their waking, chaos ensues.
A few days later.
You've done it again, Tsukumo. Can't believe you found it.
I figured Mitsuru Kusumoto would be in one of the better hospitals around the health ministry. That narrowed it down to just a few locations. Then I pinpointed the exact one through sheer determination.
Nice.
And that led you to Toto University Hospital. So Mitsuru is still lying in a coma there?
Yep. Reiko Kusumoto has been visiting her son every night for the past 13 years. Even after she became vice minister. If you gentlemen want to meet her in person, that would be your best chance.
But Yagami, you seriously think you can convince Reiko Kusumoto to turn herself in?
Well, gonna try at least.
She's at the top of the food chain. If it comes out that she committed murder, the whole country's gonna lose it.
If they hadn't tried to hide it, nobody else would have needed to pay for it. Sawa-sensei.
Yeah. You're right.
Yep.
And if she confesses to killing Kawhi, public security will run out of reasons to keep defending RK. So in theory, that should free up the police to pursue Soma about Sawa-sensei.
Totally agree with you there.
But Kuwana-san's against that, right? Didn't he say he wouldn't let her turn herself in?
Yeah. That's why he's not in the loop on this.
Ah!
So, you're just gonna show up? You do know she's probably surrounded by public security at all times, don't you?
Just means we gotta be prepared for that. Like the professional detectives we are.
Exactly.
Prepared?
I don't know.
Just leave it to us. Yagami-san, I gotta go get ready. Let's meet at Toto University Hospital.
Got it.
See ya.
So what do you need from me in this, Yagami?
You got any old acquaintances in RK? Think you can find out where Soma and Akutsu are?
You forget who you're talking to? Why wouldn't I be able to cover that? I knew a few ex-Tojo guys who go in and out of RK on the regular.
Thanks. But watch your back. If they find out you're spying on them, they won't like it.
I'll be ready, like the professional ex-Yakuza I am. See ya.
He's rough around the edges, but in the end he comes
Indeed.
Yeah. Turns out he's got extra time on his hands.
through. Why don't you hire him at your office, Yagami-shi?
I'll talk about that with Kaito-san once he recovers. Anyway, sorry Tsukumo, but we have to take Sugiura from you again.
Why start apologizing now? It's all good. We'll talk again soon.
All right. I should head to Toto University Hospital and convince Reiko Kusumoto to turn herself in. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do that, but I'll try. Oh, really? We know Kitakata-sensei, please don't speak. Your phone is compromised by public security.
What are you? Don't worry. I'll give it back to you after this. I'm sure it's bugged, and we wouldn't want anyone listening in now, would we?
We'll take a few laps around the block and then drop you back off at the hospital. Sorry, but we just need a bit of your time.
Very well. Who are you people?
We're just local detectives, but Kitakata-sensei is an acquaintance of ours. We know about Mitsuru-kun, and we know that 5 years ago, a man named Shinya Kawai mysteriously disappeared and died.
I have no idea what you're saying.
But you do. I know how this must come across right now, so I assure you, we aren't the ones posing a threat.
Fine. What is it you want, then?
All I want is the truth, in your own words, about Shinya Kawai, and how you carried out his murder.
You're mistaken. I didn't do it.
The other day you received a call from Kitakata-sensei, didn't you? He goes by the name Kuwana now, and works as a handyman in Ijincho. He made that call because we needed to confirm something.
Confirm what?
Whether or not you were being watched by public security.
Public security, you say?
She's surprised at all. Maybe she already had a hunch.
As it turns out, you are. Your cell phone is bugged. It can even use GPS to trace who's on the other end of the line. That kind of trace is only possible with cooperation from the cellular providers. Unless you're public security, who could pull something like that off in secret. They want to hit you where you're vulnerable. And that's what you are now after Kuwana. Do you understand, Kusumoto-san? You must really be something special. You were never in this job for yourself. It fell into your lap as your predecessors fell like dominoes. That's why you don't owe anyone anything. You're free of constraints. And Mitsuru-kun's tragedy even gained you public sympathy on top of it. Combine all that with a capable bureaucrat like you, there's no telling what you could accomplish. You're cleaning up house, tackling the revolving door problems. Things you know are the right moves, but with no regard for the consequences. I understand even the cabinet gauges your opinion, since you have so much public support. But I think that's also made you some enemies. Most likely whoever's holding public security's leash.
I have more than a few enemies. I'm well aware of that. And I have no doubt public security would comply with them. To be quite frank, public security only exists to maintain the status quo. The establishment is made up of various powers which control politics and finance. But naturally, each branch has its own agendas, goals, ideas of justice, which leads to all sorts of issues and hindrances, which you call constraints. The more individuals who make up society, the more unavoidable that is.
Are you implying it's public security's job to loosen those constraints?
There's more to it than that. The world we live in requires all kinds of value systems to coexist, even in chaos. But if you loosen the constraints too far, the fall of the state is inevitable. In that regard, public security's role is to stabilize and maintain the state, even while bound by constraints. In other words, the constraints of these powers are precisely what are protected by public security. So the fact that I am not caught up in all that does, indeed, make me something of a pesky foreign object.
A pesky foreign object. I see. So to these establishment people, you're something to be excised.
I guess there's bullying among adults in high places, too.
Yeah. Now we know why they were looking for any kind of weakness in you. And that's when they turned the spotlight on Shinya Kawai's disappearance. An event that was triggered by Akihiro Ihara's case. You know the one, I presume.
Yes.
An active duty policeman exacted revenge on the bully who drove his son to suicide. Your enemies must have heard that and thought to themselves, what would Reiko Kusumoto have done to her son's bully? I'm guessing that's what prompted public security to make their move. As the details of Ihara's case came to light, a group of thugs calling themselves RK started looking for Shinya Kawai, all to find out that he was kidnapped 5 years ago, probably killed.
I never did anything out of revenge.
Bullshit, you didn't! Huh. Naturally, she wasn't going to divulge secrets. Huh. Having just met me, I don't have enough evidence to make her talk.
Even after finding out Kawai disappeared, public security still had to verify it. But if they found out you were involved, that'd be a win for them. They'd finally know Reiko Kusumoto's weakness.
How long are you going to keep talking?
As public security figured out, the bullying cases involving Toshiro Ihara and your son share a common link. That link being Sawa-sensei. She was Mitsuru-kun's classmate and Toshiro Ihara's teacher. Not only that, She was also linked to Ahara's murder victim, Mikoshiba. She was his master teacher. So, not long after the murder, RK came to Ijincho and broke into her home. That must have been when they got Kuwana's name out of her. I think Sawa-sensei suspected that Kuwana was involved in Mikoshiba's murder. Then Soma steps in, with his professional interrogation skills, to beat and scare her into spilling everything. Kusumoto-san, you knew she was killed, right? Kuwana should have told you over the phone.
Wait, are you not one of his colleagues? He said he wouldn't cause me any trouble, and that he would never call me again.
Kuwana and I are competitors on a temporary ceasefire. We're not colleagues.
She's been flustered since I mentioned Sawa-sensei's name. This is my chance to question her, to ask her questions I can't ask anyone else.
I have to ask you about Shinya Kawai. You killed him 5 years ago. With your own hands, didn't you? I understand what your feelings must be towards Kawai, but was that really the only answer?
If you've spoken to Kitakata-sensei, then you must know about the video of how Mitsuru was treated.
I do.
Aside from Kawai, the other students pretended like nothing happened. They took no responsibility. They put on their sad faces, and they came to visit Mitsuru at the hospital. But looking back on it now, I don't think they really wanted Mitsuru to wake up. In fact, that's what they were checking on. And what did I do? I bowed my head and thanked them. It was only later that Kitakata-sensei showed me the video. That's when I knew that those kids going unpunished was wrong.
And your solution was to pull them into the quagmire? Make them accomplices in murdering Kawai?
If you already know so much, what more do you need to ask?
She's been flustered. Okay, so here we go. How's your son doing now?
How's your son doing now?
He could wake up any minute now. Of course, that's been true for the last 13 years.
Yeah.
I see.
We transferred him to Toto University Hospital just this year, hoping they could spur his recovery. But it turns out they don't do anything much different from the previous hospital. All I can do is wait.
Has anybody from public security contacted you? Have you been approached by any strangers?
I have my suspicions.
What are their names? I imagine what they wanted was to exploit your weakness to control you. Because if all they wanted was to eliminate you, some kind of accident would be easily arranged.
Yes. I suppose you're right.
Do you have any idea what these people are after? And do you mind sharing?
What they want is control of the pension fund, which is under the Health Ministry's jurisdiction.
The pension fund?
Pension fund?
Oh, that's my question.
An independent agency within the ministry manages the National Pension Fund. It's taxpayer funded, and it's worth 160 trillion.
Holy fuck! In US dollars, that's 16 trillion. Wait, no. 1.6 trillion. Oh my fucking god.
What? And certain groups want to take bigger risks with that money in order to generate more profit. In other words, they want the health ministry to use taxpayer money to gamble. They believe that's the only way to rebuild Japan's faltering economy and secure the future of this country.
I mean, would it work?
Of course. If the gamble actually pays off. But if we lost the gamble, then we wouldn't be able to guarantee anything for the citizens of this country in their golden years. That's why the health ministry manages those funds conservatively, even if it means the returns are lower.
Okay. I'm starting to understand now.
You do? Don't leave me in the dust, Yagami-san.
To be able to gamble all this taxpayer money to save the economy, they need a change of management. And here's Kusumoto-san, head of the office, and she's beyond the control of even the ministers. Her position has the power to take action, to override the way the pension fund is managed. But not only does Kusumoto-san have the power, she has the support of the people. If a new vice minister were to try it, they'd be stopped cold by the constraints.
So that's why they wanted to find her weakness and exploit it?
Exactly. And if the 160 trillion yen gamble were to fail, they could blame the whole thing on Kusumoto-san anyway.
Okay. Wow. 160 trillion.
I'm guessing they've already contacted you about it?
That's an assumption.
Nothing else to ask.
I get it now. Let me reiterate. We are not your enemy.
Then please, let me go.
Anything you want me to tell Kuwana?
I do. He needs to run. Far away. Public security has their sights on him. His capture is not a question of if, but when. He's in danger if he remains in the country. And once public security has him, they will extract everything he knows.
You mean he'd be tortured?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Somewhere well beyond the public eye. No one can withstand what they do. He'd tell them everything. And as for me...
They would expose your vulnerability, making you their pawn.
Most likely. They'd gamble away the taxpayers' money, and I'd never purge the corruption in the health ministry.
Yeah.
I get that. But what does it matter?
What?
Because in my opinion, you need to turn yourself in, Kusumoto-san.
You want me to admit to manslaughter? You think I killed a real man? I say he was less than one. Shinya Kawai. He was little more than a subhuman brute. And you saw it. You saw what that brute did to my son. I hated Kitakata-sensei. He was an incompetent teacher. An idiot who turned a blind eye to Mitsuru being tortured. But that changed when he suddenly showed up 8 years later. And then he showed me that video. He said, every bully in that video, they deserved to be punished. That it was the only way to get closure.
You took him up on it? But you of all people should have known better.
True. You're right about that. I struggled with it quite a bit. It's an unconscionable act, no matter how deep your animosity runs. But Kitakata-sensei's words hung on. I couldn't get them out of my head. I saw for myself. I went to Kamurocho, where I'd heard Kawai was working, at a girls' bar. So you know, after Mitsuru jumped that day, Kawai came to me in tears to apologize. I hadn't seen him in all that time. If he'd frozen in place when he saw me, if he'd been the slightest bit apologetic, I might have been able to stay my hand.
I take it he didn't do any of that.
Right. He didn't even recognize my face. And that's hardly the worst part of it, actually. When he saw me, he took me for some bawdy cougar on the prowl for young men. If you've got the cash, I'll show you a good time, he said. All those tears he'd shed years earlier were a farce. But I knew that. Deep down, I'd already known that. That was it. That was the moment I lost all doubt about killing him. And as for those other kids who bullied Mitsuru, they should thank me they didn't share his fate. But that's why. That's why I don't feel like I have any sins to atone for. Every night I pray he will wake up. What more can you ask me to endure?
Kuwana said something similar. But you think you can repeat all that? This time say it to her.
Isn't that Sawa-san?
You and Kuwana can congratulate yourselves. You got vengeance on a monster. But what you're choosing not to see is that your actions had consequences for her. It's vicious. I've seen this before. Justice for one at the cost of another. Someone innocent always pays the price. I won't just sit here and watch as history tries to repeat itself. This phone isn't being traced by anyone. So, if you have a change of heart, just give me a call before you turn yourself in. That's all I had to say. We're back.
Isesaki Jincho Yokohama.
You're okay, Yagami-san?
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to Kuwana. Need to tell him I met with Reiko Kusamoto.
He's gonna be pissed, you know? He's gonna try to rip you a new one.
That's true. So you might want to sit this one out.
You sure? 'Cause I'll totally take you up on that.
Okay, that was good. All right. Well, that is kind of the perfect place for us to cut it this time, I think. Oh, boy. The mystery's ramping up. Oh, my God. I almost can't believe it. Holy hell. Oh, we're getting so much further into the mystery. Wait, what? Why is the difficulty easy? I didn't change that. Maybe that's why that last fight wasn't very difficult at all. 'Cause yeah, like it was on normal there. Why is it... That's really weird. I don't know why it changed to easy all of a sudden. That's really weird. It definitely wasn't easy when I was going up against Kuwana, so, I mean, there's that. That's good. Huh, I don't know what I did to make it set to easy. I honestly don't know. But either way, thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you being here with me. I'm gonna fight these guys, and next time we're gonna make our way to Kuwana and get even deeper into this mystery. So, thanks again, everybody. And, as always, if you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, haha, if you aren't already anyway. Ring that notification bell for all them notifications is. And until next time, wait for it, have yourselves a beautiful day, my beautiful, ow, viewers!